Hello YouTube, so today I'll be showing you how I make this Crochet Braided Infinity Scarf. So for my scarf, I'll be using Lana's Quick. It is size 6, super bulky, and 109 yards.
Hi, me from the future, coming in to say that if you're making this scarf with this yarn or yarn with a similar yardage, I recommend you get 3 skeins. I only had 2, which is why I have a streak of color in my scarf, because I ran out and I just could not do the scarf in that one red color. In case you don't have super bulky yarn or just want to use a different weight yarn, I do include length and width measurements in the video so that you can still follow the tutorial and get a scarf that's really similar to the one I make.
I'll also be using a 9mm crochet hook.
For step 1, we're going to chain 175. I know it's a lot, but you have to do it.
So here is my chain of 175. I'm gonna fold it in half, and it still doesn't fit on screen. Okay, fold it again. So this is what it looks like folded up. It's about 72 inches.
Now for step 2, we're going to half double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. And then we're gonna keep going until the end. Once you reach the end of the row, we move on to step 3, where we chain 2 and half double crochet for a 2nd row. After completing the 2nd row, you're going to repeat step 3 again and do 1 more row for a total of 3. So here's what mine looks like after that 3rd row. It measures 2 inches across. Now I'm just going to end off, snip that, and repeat those steps 2 more times so that I have 3 super long rectangles. Be sure to meet me back here before you end off on the 3rd piece, because we are going to be doing something special with that one. So here's where I realized I was not going to have enough yarn for my 3rd row. If you want to put a little streak of color in your scarf, then you could just follow what I do now. I'll be using some hand spun merino wool from one of my recent videos. You can go check that out if you're curious about the process of making that. So first, I'm going to hold the stitch of that row that I was finishing up on. I'm going to treat it as my 3rd row, so I want to keep that open. Basically, that's going to be how I connect all of my pieces. This new color is going to be the new row 1. So basically, you're going to make a slip knot. You're going to slip stitch it to your project, chain 2, and then half double crochet until the end of the row.
Okay, so now that I have all 3 done, I am going to connect them. So this is why we kind of left this yarn on this edge, because we're going to go around and connect them at the top. So like this.
So first I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to start slip stitching at the top of this piece. I'm doing 3 slip stitches per piece, 1 for each half double crochet row. After that 3rd stitch, I'm going to grab the 2nd piece and slip stitch into that 1st corner. Then I'm going to do the next 2 stitches. And then slip stitch into the 3rd piece. So this is what it looks like when it's connected. I'm going to chain 1, snip that, pull it through, and start braiding. So now you just want to braid the sections until you reach the bottom. Try not to turn the pieces as you braid. You want this to lay flat. So here I am reaching the bottom. You want to try to align your pieces so that they're straight. I'll be using stitch markers to connect the corners so that I don't accidentally unbraid it or get confused. So now I'm going to grab my yarn and do what I did when I was first connecting the pieces. I'm going to attach the yarn and then I'm going to start slip stitching across. I am not going to cut my yarn off because I will be using this to connect both ends of the scarf together. So here are the two ends of the scarf. To make it an infinity scarf, of course, we have to connect them. So I'll be slip stitching my scarf together. If you want a more seamless join, check out the description box below. I did link a video on the different seaming methods. Since I am slip stitching mine, I'm just lining up the edges. Also, I'm so sorry about the ends. I did not deal with them. So I chained one and now I am just going to go into both sides, yarn over and pull through, doing a slip stitch. And I'm just going to do that all the way down the edge. Here is what it looks like. I'm just going to turn that inside out. And voila, I have a finished scarf. Please consider leaving a like and a comment if you like this tutorial, and maybe even subscribing. If you make your own scarf, please tag me in it. My Instagram and TikTok are linked below.